entirely sure if I'm doing this right, but I have an idea. And the idea may not work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's hope that I haven't done something dumb and I'm blocking the light. I kinda suspect that might be the case here. Okay, let's see. Hey! That worked. Sam. Bye, Sam. See ya. Is that a hat? Something. I don't know what that is. Oh. Paint. And flowers. Create a little gallery for it. Yeah, there's a star over there. Beep boop. There are threads available on the Gehenna billboard system. Show. Let's see. Oh, great, new thread. Mr. Mulciber's theories on food. Since Nave asked in a previous thread, I thought I'd write something about food. Weird, awesome stuff, thanks. I feel smarter now. Oh, I see it attached. Food is something that was incredibly central to the human experience. It seems completely absent from ours. Even though we are so similar in many ways. Humans required fuel. They got this fuel by consuming other living beings. Although there was a great variety in the world. Without fuel, they didn't really slow down or temporarily stop functioning, as when a power source is removed from a turret, but physically decayed in a way that could not be fixed. This meant they had to constantly seek new sources of fuel, at least 3 times a day. They also had to deal with those elements of their fuel that their bodies could not process. These were excreted through two orifices between their legs. The latter subject was the great source of many taboos and also a great deal of humor, so this resulted in frequent controversy. The most famous artist to engage with on the subject matter was called Scatman John, on the account of his specialization. No. One of the ingenious things our human ancestors did was to transform the core of fuel-seeking into a source of pleasure. Since parts of their bodies respond to chemical configurations by producing sensations, they used this trait to create a truly stunning variety of foods, as having a different so-called taste. Foods were available at widely distributed fueling stations, which also provided excrement removal facilities, so food became a source of pleasure. However, the inefficiencies of food distribution in human society frequently led to significant shortages for sections of the human population. There were attempts to rectify this, ranging from moral appeals to struggles for systematic change, but I do not know if they succeeded before the end. I feel smarter now. What I don't get is how so many of them didn't understand that they were machines. Every day they went around processing matter to extract energy, and they didn't realize? This has the Talos principle stamped all over it. Perhaps they simply aspired to something more than just being food processing machines. That's still what they were, not if they chose to be more. I'm glad we don't have to deal with all that. We may have to when we get out of here. There is no out of here. Don't start fighting, folks. You know we depend on each other. Mr. Mulciber's theories are fascinating and give us insight into the world that was, but we shouldn't forget the world that is. The world built here. Orc almost seems like he's a little bit too attached to this current simulation. Lilith, voting is now closed while we tally up the results. Of course, you may continue to explore the gallery at your leisure. How convenient, the vote was closed just before I got here. Good luck, everyone. I wouldn't let my newfound freedom come between me and watching live result. Oh, Kaiju! Hi, Kaiju. The results are in, drumroll. In third place, Nave, where the humans live. My first placement, woohoo! A pity it finally comes to the day Uriel begins pulling this place apart. There was a very tight competition this season for the first and second place. In the end, it came down to a single deciding vote. In the second place this season is Mr. Mulcifer with a collection of natural history curios. Really, I owe it all to you guys. Aw. Who won? Your lackadaisical approach to these announcements tires me. Please inform us who won. Okay. First place this season by a single vote, and next season's leading light. The winner is... Everyone seems to love this guy. It's the blacksmith with his abstract collection. I don't know why everyone keeps voting for this guy when he never shows up in person. A bit holier than thou, if you ask me. Congratulations also to all those who voted for the blacksmith. Be sure to check in for your rewards. Who exactly turned the vote? Lamb had the deciding vote as it happened. Unfortunately, he didn't select the winner and gained no profile status. Oh, damn. Well. Incredible stories. What is this? Featuring new work by Belial, Mac, Galatea, Mr. Silver, edited by Lilith and Mac. Fiction, Alexandria's Choice, by Galatea. The One Spiritual Law of Happiness, by Belial. Non-fiction, The Blacksmith's Lost Work, by Mac. Alexandria stood before the terminal and pondered her choices. Here within the Pyramid of Eon, the most powerful temple of her people, she was about to create a world. All she had to do was press one button. Up until this moment it had seemed easy, or if not easy then so necessary, to defy contemplation. Civilization had to be saved from the impending catastrophe. The orangutans had failed to take steps to protect themselves, had relied on their gods for salvation that never came. The same fate could not be allowed to befall humanity. If this meant humbling herself, accepting her own death, then so be it. But death was inevitable. Life was a choice. What worried her was the ones who would fail, all the lost souls of the New World, victims of the process. In creating them, was she not also responsible for their deaths? She turned to the statue behind her, gazed at its marble form. If you are a god, Zeus, as the stories claim, then why did you create evolution? Why did you make a world that can only grow through cruelty and pain? For a moment, surely, this meant death was near. She thought she heard him answer, "My child, I was shaped by the gods that came before me, as you were shaped by me. The choice I had was between creation of oblivion, life and death. And I chose life because any life is better than no life. Because as long as there is life, there is hope. If not for us, then for some generation to come." "Then how are you a god if you can offer so little?" she whispered, feeling death creep closer. "I am a god because I take upon myself the burden of creation," the statue replied. "Then we are all gods," Alexandria said and pushed the button. As the new world came into being, death overwhelmed Alexandria Drennan. Her mind fled and her body slowly turned to stone, until she stood before the terminal as Zeus stood on his pedestal. There were no more choices now, only the hope that creation mattered. Alexandra. That was the person who had a big hand in creating this whole thing, right? I think. The One Spiritual Law of Happiness. Once upon a time there was a small lake, and on the lake was an island, and on the island was a prison. In the prison lived a male human called Muskie Rack. Muskie was very sad, because there wasn't enough space in the prison for him to experience happiness. "I must discover the One Spiritual Law of Happiness," he said to the other prisoners, a female human called Zine, and a neutral human called Krumpir. But they didn't care. He couldn't understand how they could be so calm. One day Muskie managed to break out of his cell by biting through the bars. Now he was no longer in the prison, and for a while he was happy. But then he realized he was stuck on a little island, and he became unhappy again. So he gathered his strength and swam across the water. This is how Muskie got to the valley that surrounded the lake. The lake was much bigger than the island, and there were many interesting things here. Forests where all the trees were the color of lasers. The swamp with boats in it. The singing dog, and also a city where toasters live. The toasters live in the cities, guys. We found where the toasters live. For some years, Muskie was absorbed by all this, and he was happy, but then he started feeling trapped again. The valley was surrounded by mountains, and soon they looked like prison walls to him. He tried climbing the mountains and came to a bigger country, but even that was found by oceans. Where was true freedom? Where was true happiness? When he'd almost lost hope, Muskie met an old male human with a huge amount of white hair growing from his head. He lived in a small house by the beach, where dolphins and whales and sea elephants came to bask in the sun. He never went anywhere far from the house, but he was always happy. The old man's name was Quantum. Wise old Quantum, how can I discover the spiritual law of happiness? Muskie said. I have searched for it everywhere, but I am always trapped. You have not looked everywhere, Quantum said, for you have not looked within. Close your eyes. Muskie closed his eyes, and for the first time in his life couldn't see any obstacles. No walls, no mountains, no oceans. The space within him was without end, and he could go wherever he wanted without moving. He smiled. Muskie went back to that old prison where he'd started, and now he understood why Zeke and Croupier were always calm. They knew they had an infinity of time and space to explore within them. Together they sat in their cells and were happy and free. Probably a statement on themselves. Blacksmiths. The blacksmith is one of the most mysterious members of our community. All of us have our opinions, of course, but only the blacksmith chooses to express them purely through art. To the rest of us, Gehenna means many things at once. We create, we consume, we discuss. But the blacksmith only creates, or perhaps there is a discussion happening. But it all takes place in the realm of interactive art. The blacksmith's dedication to this one form of communication, however, only deepens one of Gehenna's greatest mysteries, the fate of the blacksmith's lost work. Jerusalem, as the lost work was called, was posted in Gehenna for only the briefest period of time. Many had not even managed to start playing it when it vanished. Some had begun and felt quite impressed, but not managed to explore it in the depth it seemed to require. Then suddenly it was gone. Some suggest that the blacksmith deleted it because it was somehow flawed. Others think it was accidentally destroyed by a glitch, so that the blacksmith refuses to ever upload anything twice. Others, yet, well, mainly Rockwell, think that it contained one of Elohim's secrets and was destroyed by a killer app that roams the world looking for leaks. There is also a theory that the moment someone finished it, they were granted some kind of special insight, at which point the work deleted itself. One fact remains, it's gone, and every attempt to recover it from the database has failed, as has every private message to the blacksmith asking for it to be made available again. What was Jerusalem? What was it really about? We may look for hints in the blacksmith's more recent works. We may hope the file turns up again someday, but the truth may never be known. Wow, it's like the history of this place. Kind of interesting. Can't go there. Great new thing. Yeah, okay. I guess that's it then. Oh hey, I see friends. Hey friends! What are you doing here, friends? Why are you standing here? Carrot. Oh! Belial! I didn't realize we already helped him. Okay. I guess maybe they just sort of sit here, waiting for the end. It's just kind of sad. Okay, 2. What is in Area 2? Is there anything in Area 2? Maybe I should look around the edge first, like I always seem to do anyway. Ooh, look at this. Oh, this is following the same thing as before. Oh, what's here? What is here? Is there anything here? There is nothing here. Just lies and cool looking things. Probably nothing over here. No, nothing. Okay. Let's go. Okay. What? Oh, those are keys. They just reflect weird. This is a gigantic area. I don't know what that is up there. I don't know. That looks kind of scary, actually. Is there anything new here? There are threads available. Oh, hey. What is the truth about Gehenna? I have heard from those who govern this world that they would have it be seen. Now I wish to hear from its people. What is Gehenna to you? On what does it truly turn? Oh, that was Uriel who said that. Interesting. What is this place? The recycle bin code is a bit funky, but it should do its job even at huge. I've integrated it with main. That's going places. What is this? Oh, hi, friend. Oh, you are locked in. I was about to say, it looks like you can just go, but I guess not. Bunny hop. This is bunny hop. Oh, well, this is a really tight-knit area, isn't it? Hi. No, okay. Okay, let's see, what is... Oh, I see what the problem here is. Huh. Okay, I think I sort of understand this. We need to make that one taller. No. Okay. I'm sort of trying to get this, but I don't have access to the blue one. I only really have access to red. I mean, what I can do is have this remain active, even if there's something blocking it. Oh, this is the same music as before, just slightly different instruments. Okay. Huh. I thought it was... I worked for a while on trying to get the, like, red and blue things up, but they just wouldn't go up, and... Okay. And I thought maybe... it's a little bit shorter. That feels like cheating. It feels like I made it up. Frankenstein! Hi. You're a bit close to me, Frankenstein. Have a nice day. Oh yeah. Show threats. Oh, really? What I tried and failed to achieve for so many years has occurred. I'm writing these words not to myself. Pull the other one, Garrett. You've been yanking the background code for years and got no phone. I show you I'm very good as corporeal as everyone else. Uriel_copy. Huh. Don't mind Orc. The moderation files kindly... Oh, continue. I see. I can't confirm most of what Uriel says, but I can say for sure that I'm no longer in prison. In fact, there are quite a few of us out here now. Who exactly is with you? We're trying to gather exactly what's going on. I can see Sam, Garrett, Belial, and Frankenstein. That's Frank Einstein, thank you. Imprisonment equals false, ascension equals false. Okay, Sam. Research project, help needed. As you all know, I have a great fascination with our history and psychological makeup. As a part of my ongoing program to document my findings, I'm seeking volunteers to take part in a brief interactive research initiative. It is designed to better understand individual and group decision-making with a series of community-driven tests. Is it a game or is it work? Both. Have fun, challenge your friends, and help our project at the same time. There might even be a prize or high scores. We're not going to do good here, are we? Back into Prisoner's Dilemma. Would you like to play a game? Instructions. Prisoner's Dilemma is an ancient game with many variations, referenced frequently in the library archive. This version you will match with a series of opponents, and your objective is to avoid receiving demerits by cooperating with or outwitting them. First 5 rounds will count towards your leadership score, prized for scores of 6 demerits or fewer, or 9 demerits or fewer. Connecting with Kaiju. Done. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, you too. In the single match, you'll choose whether to cooperate with or to betray your opponent. Your decisions will be revealed and demerits assigned according to the following function. Both players betray one another, 2 demerits each. Cooperative player is betrayed by the other. Co-cooperator receives 3 demerits. Both players cooperate, both receive 1 demerit. Please make a decision now. Cooperate. Thank you for waiting, brother. Assigning demerits. You receive 3 demerits. Your opponent received 0 demerits. You lost the match. Re-enter matchmaking. Yes. Dog 3. Hi, not really sure this game works, but I will cooperate with you if you do. Agreed. Losing 1 round match done. In this round match you will choose whether to cooperate or betray one. Yes, okay. I always choose cooperate. I know what this is, basically. I've done this before in classes. Betray to betray. Obviously you're new around here. The game mode is a stupid IMHL. People are selfish if there's no comeback. No real tactics. Cool. Now, look, if we work together on this, we can both climb the leaderboards together. It's just with good faith. I'm really going to, cooperate with you this time. It's not goodwill, it's self-interest. Feel free to betray me if you really want to, but I suggest we cut your loss and move forward because I can't very well continue to cooperate with someone who behaves unreasonably, and then we both lose in the long run. Merits are assigned according to the following. Okay, I guess I cooperate is what he wants. Next round. Yay! I feel happy. And then he's going to betray me this last round. No. what's further gained by cooperating? See ya. Okay, well, yeah. How many demerits they have? Your score, 11. Sorry, you need to score 9 or better to achieve replies. Please come back soon, check your other results. Okay, I see. They're mean. There are some people who haven't posted in a really long time. They also haven't responded to private messages. Quidri, Nelson, Coffee Cup, did I accidentally offend you? Galatea hasn't posted in a while either, neither has Asmodeus. Asmodeus still votes for stuff, though. Same goes for Ravistar and Simplexity. They mentioned some kind of strange distortion at their last post. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. They're probably just busy catching up with all the cool stuff everyone's been making. To know the nature of this distortion. They said it was like objects had lost their surfaces, like they consisted of only pure shapes. I think they were seeing something Elohim wants to keep hidden from all of us. The real truth about this world. I think it all broke down and they're dead. There's more to it than that. The world doesn't just break down on its own. Yeah, it does. It's called time. Still can't see that. Jefferson Goldblum. That's good stuff. I'm good at it. Don't make this an episode. Enjoyment equals true. Oh, that's how Sam just talks. Okay. With all the strange stories going around lately, I'm glad to be reminded of the beauty of the world we've built here. Thank you for contributing to it. Yeah, I'm free, but I still check back in regularly. I love the story. The Ape of the Dinosaurians. This is very clever. I always thought that the events of the episode 69 would affect the plot somehow down the line, but I was still surprised. Thanks, Oath. I've been waiting for this particular revelation a long time. Excellent. You know, this is nowhere near as deep as the blacksmith's work, or as weird as Belial's, but I'll keep reading. I'm not sure dinosaurians would wear armored t-shirts. 4 out of 10. This is a story, Frankenstein. The point is to have fun. Keep up the good work, Mac. Well, thank you, admin. I'm really honored that you like my story. The Events of Jefferson Goldblum in a Human World, Episode 126. Reality blurred, the tiny blue symbols floated through the air, voices echoed in the distance, then a vast landscape rose up before them. Thousands of towers, one next to the other, reaching into the sky, disappearing into the clouds. Each tower was covered in feathers of a different color, fluttering in the trans-dimensional wind. Oh my, Ginny HD whispered in awe. Jefferson could not speak. He was too overwhelmed by the beauty of the ninth dimension. He grabbed his guitar and improvised a new solo to express his emotions. Just on the spot, he improvised a new solo. Who could have built these amazing structures? Ginny asked. There is only one possibility. Remember our paleo-DNA research back in the Institute? You can't mean, but it makes sense. Of course. Yes, look at the size of the buildings. Who else would need so much space? So it is the Dinosaurians. As the sum of Jenny's words, a group of raptor on motorcycles roared up to the roads towards them. They wore bandanas on their heads and armored t-shirts on their bodies. Friends, Jefferson said, we have come from the human world to help you. We are not your enemies, but the raptors do not seem to understand him. They get off their motorcycles, rusty pipes in their hands, their eyes glowing like lasers. The situation could quickly become dangerous. Then Ginny had an idea. Jefferson, play the ninth chord. But that was how this dimension was created. Playing it here would destroy the universe. No, Jefferson, I calculated. Please, trust me. I know you haven't seen me in years, and you may be afraid that evil Dr. Elian has corrupted me, but you know my brain. They were coming closer now, and in their glowing eyes Jefferson detected great intelligence, but were also great anger. They clearly believed they were defending their home from invaders. And though Jefferson was the greatest warrior in history, he was reluctant to fight. Violence, he had been taught, was the first refuge of the incompetent. I trust you, he said. She held his hand. Together they played the ninth chord. To be continued. Amazing. Amazing. I am upset that no one wanted to work with me on that. That's just rude. Why would... That's just mean. Why wouldn't they want to work with me? Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Okay. These are places.